In order to divide fractions, it is very similar to multiplication of fractions. When we are going to divide a fraction, what we do is we look at the division sign and change that division sign into a multiplication sign. The fraction immediately at the back of that division sign that you just changed into a multiplication sign gets inverted, means it flips upside down. And then the problem becomes a multiplication problem, which we know how to do. Let's take a look at a few examples of how this can be done. Here are a few examples of dividing fractions. Remember, dividing fractions work very similar to multiplication of fractions, except that what we need to do is our division sign need to get changed into a multiplication sign, and the fraction immediately after that division sign gets inverted, gets flipped upside down. Therefore, if I'm doing this problem, my 3/7 remains as 3/7. I see a division sign. The division sign now changes to a multiplication sign. So here's my multiplication sign. And the fraction immediately at the back of that flips upside down. So instead of writing 2/5, I write 5/2. And now my problem is a multiplication problem. And I do my problem exactly how I would have done any other multiplication problem. Nothing can be cancelled out here. So I simply do 3 times 5 gives me 15. And 7 times 2 gives me 14. My answer can remain as this. If I need a mixed number, my answer would be 1 and 1/14 as a mixed number, but my answer could remain as this. Here's another example. I'm given 3/8 and asked to divide that by 27/32. So 3/8 divided by 27/32. Again, what's my point? My point is take the division sign, convert it into a multiplication sign, and the fraction immediately after that gets flipped upside down. So 3/8, division changes into a multiply, fraction immediately at the back flip upside down. And from here, I'm back to my multiplication problem. In my multiplication problem, remember what can happen. I need to cancel as much as I can. Notice 8 and 32 have something in common. Both of them can be divided by 8. 8 into 8 goes once, 8 into 32 goes 4 times. Same thing with the 3 and the 27. Both 3 and 27 belong to the timetables of 3, so both of them can be divided by 3. 3 into 3 goes once, 3 into 27 goes 9 times. Nothing else can be cancelled, so I multiply 1 times 4 gives me 4. And 1 times 9 gives me 9. So 3/8 divided by 27/32 is 4/9. Let's look at this example here. 1/7 times 2/9 divided by 4/27 times 7/2. This problem can be handled exactly the same way. Again, wherever I see a division sign, the division changes into a multiply, and the fraction immediately after that division sign gets flipped upside down. So my problem would now become 1/7, multiplication sign remains, 2/9, division sign now, division sign changes to a multiply. Fraction immediately gets inverted, at the back gets inverted. Okay, times 7/2. Notice 7/2 remains as 7/2 because there was a multiplication sign in front of that. And then from there now, I do my cancelling as much as I can. Notice 7 can go into 7 once, 7 into 7 goes 1 time. Then I have a 2, 2 can cancel out 2. And then 9 and 27. 9 into 9 goes once, 9 into 27 goes 3 times. So notice how simple my problem has become. 1 times 1 times 3 times 1 is 3. And 1 times 1 times 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, so notice in this problem we had a division sign in the middle. The division changes into a multiply, and the fraction immediately after that gets flipped. The other fractions which had multiplication signs just before them remain exactly the same way that they are. One more problem. I have this issue here now. a half divided by 4. If I have a division such as this, I have to recognize that 4 can be written as a fraction. So I try to make it look like a fraction. So it becomes 1 over 2 divided by 4 over 1. And then we write back to what we are supposed to do. Division sign changes into a multiplication sign. And then the fraction immediately at the back gets flipped upside down. Answer should be 1 over 8.